February 28, 2022, 4:47 a.m. Izyum, Ukraine. Russian forces approaching. Eastern offensive. Strategic city. Controls river crossing. Highway junction. Capture Izyum, enable advance deeper into Donbas. Surround Ukrainian forces. Complete eastern conquest. Russian plan clear. Against them, Ukrainian defenders. Several thousand. Artillery primarily. 152mm howitzers. Soviet era. Reliable. Deadly. Plus supporting infantry. Territorial defense. Against Russian force 15,000 plus. Armor. Artillery. Air support. Everything. Izyum should fall quickly. Days maximum. Russian command confident. Defenders understand mathematics. Outmanned. Outgunned. Can't hold indefinitely. Mission isn't hold forever. Mission is delay. Buy time. Make Russians pay. Every day Izyum holds his day. Ukrainian forces elsewhere. Prepare. Mobilize. Receive weapons. Dig defenses. Every casualty inflicted is Russian soldier not advancing. Not attacking. Not winning. Defenders accept mission. Accept cost. Fight knowing outcome. Fight delaying anyway. This is Izyum. This is delaying action. This is tactical sacrifice for strategic gain. Against overwhelming odds. For weeks that become months. Ukrainian artillery pounds Russian advances. Slows them. Bleeds them. Never stops them. Just delays. Just costs. Just buys time. Precious time. For Ukraine. At terrible cost. For defenders. This is Izyum. This is how strategic time gets bought. Through tactical sacrifice. Through defenders who know they'll lose. Fight anyway. For strategic purpose. The battle develops. First week, Russian forces advance. Ukrainian artillery responds. Firing constantly. Accurately. From prepared positions. Slowing advance. Inflicting casualties. Russian forces adapt. Bring more artillery. Counter-battery fire. Artillery duels develop. Ukrainian guns taking losses. Keep firing. Keep delaying. Russian advance slows. From days to weeks. From expected to unexpected.
By week 2, Russian forces frustrated. Progress minimal. Casualties mounting. Every kilometer costs. Ukrainian artillery the reason. Firing from multiple positions. Displacing constantly. Avoiding counter-battery. Striking advancing forces. Logistics convoys. Command posts. Everything. Russian advance continues. Inexorably. But slowly. Expensively. By week 4. Month past. Izyum still contested. Russian forces control outskirts. City center contested. Artillery firing constantly. Defenders depleting. Ammunition scarce. Guns damaged. Crews exhausted. But firing. Still delaying. Still costing. By week 8, 2 months. Impossible. Izyum should have fallen. Hasn't? Not completely. Defenders compressed. Artillery fewer. Still firing. Still delaying. Until can't. By early April, defenders withdraw. Mission accomplished. 2 months delay. Thousands of Russian casualties. Massive equipment losses. Strategic time bought. Ukrainian forces elsewhere prepared. Western weapons arrived. Defenses strengthened. All because Izyum held. For 2 months.
Against impossible odds. Through artillery. Through sacrifice. Through accepting tactical defeat for strategic gain. At 11:47 p.m. April the 1st, 63 days after battle began, Ukrainian forces withdraw from Izyum. Organized. Professional. Rearguard fighting. Main force extracts. Mission accomplished. Not victory. Not defeat exactly. Delaying action succeeded. 2 months bought. Strategic objectives achieved. Cost heavy. Hundreds dead. Equipment lost.
City abandoned. But Ukrainian forces elsewhere stronger. Western weapons integrated. Defenses prepared. Mobilization completed. all purchased through Izyum delay, through defenders sacrificing, through artillery firing until couldn't, through professional military understanding that sometimes losing slowly is winning strategically. Russian forces capture Izyum, eventually, after 2 months, after thousands of casualties, after massive equipment losses, after strategic window closed. Ukraine used time Izyum bought, prepared defenses, received weapons, mobilized forces. Russian offensive into Donbass faces prepared defenses instead of hasty ones, faces integrated forces instead of mobilizing ones, all because Izyum delayed 2 months, through artillery, through sacrifice, through tactical defeat achieving strategic success. This is MilFront. And what happened at Izyum wasn't heroic last stand ending in death, was professional delaying action achieving strategic purpose through tactical sacrifice.
Where defenders understood mission was delay, not victory. Where artillery fired for 2 months against overwhelming odds knowing outcome was inevitable. Where every day of resistance bought strategic time. Where withdrawal was planned component of delaying action. Where tactical defeat was strategic success. The question isn't whether Izyum fell. Obviously did. Question is how defenders delayed 2 months against overwhelming force. What made artillery so effective at buying time, and what Izyum reveals about modern warfare when professional military conducts delaying action understanding tactical defeat enables strategic victory through time bought. Official Russian statements
About Izyum, operational progress, advancing, eliminating resistance, eventually Izyum liberated, after 2 months. Never mentioned delay, never acknowledged cost, never admitted 2 months to capture city that should have fallen in days. Statements claimed victory, evidence showed cost. 2 months, thousands of casualties, massive losses, against defenders who couldn't win, delayed anyway. Statements couldn't hide this. Timeline proved delay, casualties proved cost, Russian victory claimed. Evidence showed Pyrrhic. Ukrainian statements, operational necessity. Defenders holding, artillery engaging, inflicting casualties. Then, organized withdrawal. Mission accomplished, framed honestly. Delaying action, strategic success. Tactical
achieved objectives, withdrew successfully, all accurate, all professional. Ukrainian military understanding that sometimes tactical defeats are strategic victories, when time bought matters more than ground held. Izyum exemplified this. Statements reflected this. Professional military communication, or acknowledging reality, celebrating achievement, 2 months delay, strategic success, through tactical sacrifice. Stay with me, because the detail that explains Izyum's 2-month delay, how artillery achieved this, is going to show you that Ukrainian artillery used shoot-and-scoot tactics perfected through training and necessity. Fire from position. Displace immediately. Before counter-battery arrives. This mobility kept guns alive. Kept firing. Russian forces couldn't suppress Ukrainian artillery. Couldn't locate reliably. Couldn't destroy systematically. Artillery remained effective throughout. Additionally, pre-registered firing positions. Defenders knew terrain, knew ranges, knew coordinates, could fire accurately quickly, displace safely rapidly. This combination, mobility plus preparation, enabled artillery to survive and fight for 2 months against overwhelming counter-battery, against airstrikes, against everything. Ukrainian artillery doctrine emphasizes survivability through mobility. Izyum proved doctrine works. Artillery survived, kept firing, delayed 2 months, through tactics, through training, through professional competence for strategic purpose, successfully. Let's establish what Izyum delaying action actually was, how artillery delayed, why mattered strategically, Izyum's strategic importance, river crossing, Siversky Donets River, highway junction, roads to Sloviansk, Kramatorsk, Donbass heartland, Capture Izyum, enable deep advance. Surround Ukrainian forces. Strategic necessity for Russian offensive. Every day Izyum held was day offensive delayed. Day Ukrainian forces prepared elsewhere. Strategic value of time enormous. Defenders understood this. Mission was buy time. Cost Russians. Delay advance. Enable strategic preparation. Tactical mission clear. Strategic purpose critical. Defenders accepted both. Ukrainian artillery capability. Primarily 152mm howitzers. D-20. 2S-3 Akatsiya. Soviet era. Reliable. Accurate. Range 17-24 kilometers. Sufficient for city defense. Doctrine emphasizes mobility.
Shoot and scoop. Fire from position. Displace immediately. Avoid counter-battery. Survive. Continue fighting. Izyum artillery used this constantly, effectively. Additionally, pre-positioned ammunition. Multiple firing positions prepared. Routes planned. Coordination established. Everything ready. When Russians attacked, artillery ready. Professional. Deadly. Effective. For 2 months, Russian attacking force. 15,000 plus. Battalion tactical groups. Armor. Artillery. Air support. Overwhelming. Should have captured quickly. Encountered determined defense. Effective artillery. Slowing advance.
Inflicting casualties. Russian forces adapted. Increased artillery. Counter-battery efforts. Airstrikes. Everything. Ukrainian artillery survived. Kept firing. Kept delaying. Russian advance continued. Slowly. Expensively. 2 months to capture city that should have taken days. This delay cost Russia strategically. Ukrainian forces elsewhere prepared. Offensive potential reduced. Initiative lost partially. All from Izyum delay. From artillery. From defenders who couldn't win. Delayed anyway. Successfully. 2 months of delaying action. Week by week. Weeks 1-4. Feb 28 Mar 27. Initial defense. Ukrainian artillery firing constantly. Slowing Russian advance. Inflicting steady casualties. Russian forces advancing but slowly. Every kilometer costs. Artillery the reason. Firing from multiple positions. Displacing constantly. Surviving counter-battery. Russian frustration visible. Progress minimal. Casualties mounting. Ukrainian artillery effective. Defenders holding outskirts. City contested. Delay succeeding. Weeks 5-8 Mar 28 April 24. Sustained delay. Russian forces intensify. More artillery. More airstrikes. More pressure. Ukrainian guns taking losses. Ammunition depleting. But firing. Still delaying. Russian advance continues. Into outskirts. Into city. Urban fighting develops. Artillery supports. Fires into Russian positions. Into logistics. Into concentrations. Slows everything. Bleeds everything. Russian forces control more territory. Can't eliminate resistance. Can't stop artillery. Delay continues. Week 9, April 25, May 1. Final phase. Ukrainian artillery depleted significantly. Guns damaged. Ammunition critical. Crews exhausted. But mission accomplished. 2 months delay. Strategic time bought. Organized withdrawal planned. Executed professionally. Rearguard fighting. Artillery firing to last. Covering withdrawal. Main force extracts. Successfully. Mission complete. Tactical withdrawal. Strategic success. Izyum falls. After 2 months. After achieving purpose. Delaying Russian offensive. Buying Ukrainian time. Enabling preparation. All accomplished. Through artillery. Through sacrifice. Through professional delaying action. Now the analysis. Why artillery was so effective. What this means. Artillery mobility and survivability. Ukrainian doctrine emphasizes shoot and scoot. Fire. Displace. Survive. Continue.
This kept artillery effective throughout. Russian counter-battery couldn't suppress, couldn't destroy systematically. Ukrainian guns survived, kept firing, kept delaying. Mobility was key, enabled survival. Survival enabled continued effectiveness. Continued effectiveness enabled delay. 2 months. Against overwhelming force. Through mobility. Through doctrine. Through training. Through execution. Pre-registered positions and preparation. Defenders prepared extensively. Multiple firing positions. Pre-calculated coordinates. Ammunition pre-positioned. Routes planned. Everything ready.
When battle began, artillery immediately effective, fired accurately, displaced quickly, repeated constantly. Preparation enabled this. Can't improvise effective artillery defense. Requires preparation. Izyum defenders prepared. Paid off. 2 months effective fire. Against overwhelming odds. Through preparation. Through professionalism. Strategic value of tactical delay. Every day Izyum held mattered strategically. Ukrainian forces elsewhere used time. Prepared defences. Received Western weapons. Integrated them. Mobilized reserves. Trained them. Deployed them. All took time. Izyum provided time. 2 months. Precious strategic time. Cost tactically. Gained strategically. This is professional military calculation. Sometimes losing ground slowly is winning time quickly. Izyum exemplified. Defenders understood. Executed perfectly. Lost city. Won time. Strategic success through tactical sacrifice. Delaying action doctrine. Professional militaries understand delaying actions. Fight knowing you'll lose ground. Fight to buy time. Inflict casualties. Slow enemy. Enable friendly forces elsewhere to prepare. This requires discipline, courage, professional understanding. Can't fight well knowing you're losing, unless understand why losing matters. Izyum defenders understood, fought professionally, delayed successfully, withdrew appropriately. Mission accomplished through professional military competence, through understanding strategic purpose of tactical sacrifice. 3 questions from the beginning. Time to answer them. How did defenders delay 2 months against overwhelming force? Artillery primarily. Effective. Mobile. Surviving counter-battery through shoot and scoot. Slowing every Russian advance. Inflicting steady casualties. Making every kilometer costly. Additionally, professional delaying action. Fighting appropriately. Not dying pointlessly. Buying maximum time for minimum casualties. Withdrawing when mission accomplished. 2 months fought. Through artillery effectiveness. Through professional tactics. Through understanding mission was delay, not victory. What made artillery so effective at buying time? Mobility and preparation. Shoot and scoot doctrine kept guns alive. Pre-registered positions enabled accurate fire immediately. Combination meant Ukrainian artillery could fire effectively and survive to fire again. Repeatedly. For 2 months. Against overwhelming counter-battery. Through tactics. Through training. Through preparation. Through doctrine. All combined. Enabling artillery to delay professionally. Successfully. For strategic purpose. What does Izyum reveal about modern warfare? That professional delaying actions work when understanding strategic purpose. That tactical defeats can be strategic victories when time bought matters. That artillery remains effective when doctrine emphasizes survivability. That mobility enables survival enables continued effectiveness. That preparation multiplies capability. That professional militaries can fight knowing they're losing ground when understand why it matters. Izyum proved all this. 2 months delay. Against overwhelming force. Through professional execution. Achieving strategic purpose. Through tactical sacrifice. Modern warfare reality. The lesson from Izyum is that in modern warfare, time is resource that can be bought through tactical sacrifice. Defenders couldn't hold Izyum indefinitely. Didn't try. Mission was delay. Buy time. 2 months achieved. Cost hundreds of defenders. Lost city. Gained strategic time. Ukraine used time. Prepared elsewhere. Russian offensive faced prepared defences instead of hasty ones. All because Izyum delayed. Through artillery. Through professional delaying action. Through accepting tactical defeat for strategic gain. This is professional military thinking. Beyond heroism. Beyond dying for ground. Understanding sometimes losing slowly is winning strategically. When time matters. When strategic situation requires. Izyum teaches this. Professional militaries conduct delaying actions. Accept tactical defeats. Achieve strategic victories. Through time bought. Through casualties inflicted. Through enemies slowed. Izyum exemplified. 2 months. Artillery. Professional execution. Strategic success. Through tactical sacrifice. Modern warfare lessons. Permanent. Important. Professional. This is MilFront. We analyze battles that define wars. Izyum defined professional delaying action. Ukrainian defenders fought 2 months against overwhelming force. Couldn't win tactically. Won strategically. Through time bought. Through artillery effectiveness. Through professional execution. Mission was delay. Mission accomplished. 2 months. Thousands of Russian casualties. Massive equipment losses. Ukrainian strategic time bought. Forces prepared. Weapons received. Defences strengthened. All enabled by Izyum delay. By defenders who understood mission. Executed professionally. Withdrew successfully. Lost ground. Won time. This is military professionalism highest expression. Fighting not for glory. For strategic purpose. Accepting tactical defeat. Achieving strategic success. Through delaying action. Through artillery. Through 2 months. Against impossible odds. For Ukraine. For strategic situation. For time that mattered more than ground. Izyum teaches that modern warfare requires professional understanding beyond tactics. Strategic thinking. Accepting that sometimes losing is winning. When done professionally. For strategic purpose. Buying necessary time. Izyum bought 2 months. Cost hundreds of defenders. Enabled strategic preparation. Russian offensive into prepared defenses instead of hasty ones. All from Izyum delay. From artillery. From sacrifice. From professional military execution. Understanding strategic purpose justifies tactical cost. This is Izyum. This is delaying action. This is modern warfare professionalism. Teaching permanently. Subscribe to MilFront, because understanding modern warfare requires understanding professional delaying actions. Izyum exemplifies. Defenders fought 2 months, knowing they'd lose ground. Fought anyway for strategic purpose. Time bought mattered more than ground held. Artillery enabled delay through mobility and preparation. Shoot and scoot kept guns alive. Pre-registered positions enabled effective fire. Combination meant Ukrainian artillery could delay professionally for 2 months against overwhelming force, achieving strategic purpose through tactical sacrifice. Modern warfare teaches sometimes losing slowly is winning strategically. When time matters, when strategic situation requires. Professional militaries understand this. Execute delaying actions. Accept tactical defeats. Achieve strategic victories. Through time bought. Izyum proves this. 2 months delay. Against impossible odds. Through artillery. Through professional military execution. Understanding strategic purpose justifies tactical cost. This lesson applies universally. Modern warfare, where time is resource, can be bought through sacrifice, through professional military action, understanding purpose, executing appropriately, withdrawing successfully, achieving strategically, despite losing tactically. Izyum teaches this. Through 2 months, through defenders who understood, through artillery that survived and fought, through professional military excellence,
beyond heroism, beyond dying for ground.
Strategic thinking, professional execution, modern warfare reality. Study this, learn this, remember this. Professional delaying actions work when understanding purpose, executing correctly. Time gets bought, strategy gets served. Through tactical sacrifice, Izyum demonstrates permanently 2 months, strategic time, bought through tactical sacrifice. Ukrainian artillery, professional delaying action, against overwhelming Russian force. Mission understood. Delay, cost enemy, buy time, mission accomplished. Through artillery mobility, through preparation, through professional execution, through accepting ground loss for time gain. Strategic calculation, professional military thinking. Izyum fell after 2 months, after providing strategic time, after enabling preparation, after achieving purpose. Tactical defeat, strategic success. Defenders withdrew. Professional. Mission complete. Artillery fired to last. Covered withdrawal. Survived mostly. To fight elsewhere. Professional military competence. Understanding strategic purpose. Executing appropriately. Sacrificing necessarily. Achieving completely. This is Izyum. This is delaying action. This is modern warfare professionalism. This is strategic thinking. This is tactical sacrifice. This is time bought. This is mission accomplished. Through 2 months. Through artillery.